God, so many lives, but at least just conveniently plays Beef after. That's the one good thing that the remake guys remember to include in this. Giving you Beef after fighting a mini-boss, because I swear to God, we lost 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 lives there, and he was pretty much out of health, and if he would have lost his life, he would have been down to 1 life and 1 full continue, which would have sucked, because we're only halfway through this mission, believe it or not. We have more mini-bosses to face very soon. And a bunch of ninjas show up, which sucks, but at least you can jump kick them and throw them and toss them the other way. Ninjas aren't as pain in the ass as they could be, but they're still not exactly your Garcias and whatnot. They're a little bit difficult to beat occasionally because they jump around and can do things like that, like kick you in the dome. They're more agile than normal guys, which blows. They get kicked in the dome anyway, so who the hell cares? Mini-boss? Fire breathers. Oh god. Remember these guys? Remember how we had to use specials on these guys to beat them? Well, guess what we don't have access to? Specials. No specials against the second fire breathers. So we have to do our best to try and kick them and jump kick them. You can't grapple them because they're so fat, but you can grapple them from the front and kick them a bit. And hope it kind of works like that. But these guys weren't exactly easy. It went better than Hercules overall, I'd say, but based on the lives we went through, and the fire, and the pain, and the meaningful isolation or pitiful meaningless existence, at least there's some small bit of comfort knowing that somewhere out there in this crazy old mixed up universe of ours, there's still a little place called Streets of Rage Remake. I mean Albuquerque. And so many lives are dead. He ends up using his last continue. He got really nervous at this point because God forbid if he dies out before he gets to the final boss, guess who has to final fight the boss himself? This guy right here, Mr. HJ. And that's just not cool. But eventually we grandpa him and combo him and kick him and jump kick him and dodge and roll and derp, and we get one of them dead finally. Kinda, sorta, maybe. Right there. And fighting one's a lot easier than having to fight two. This is when I start to really go special heavy. And I say this because I'll use my special combo as soon as it fills up, and it seems to tend to work on the final bosses a little bit better. Maybe if I would have been more accustomed to using it earlier, I would have done it, but I used it at the wrong time and I wasted health, but at least now it seems like I'm able to use the special combo with a little more effectiveness right there. Because if you use it and your just health bar grinds it down, it's fine, but if you use it and your actual physical health dies, it's different. Your special health's okay, but your physical health is the one that shouldn't drain. And there were some definitely good plays of Beef there, because we both went up to full, because we were both about to die. So, thank God for that post-mini-boss Beef, I guess. And became with a roll of horseradish, I don't know. And kick the cart, get a beer bottle, continue on forward. Random higher-level jugglers with flames. Pain in my ass. This hallway is exactly like I said, pretty much a overall recap of the game. Oh sure, fight guys so they can regroup so you can fight stronger guys, which change colors and give you more mini bosses. And ninjas show up. My god, the ninjas. But luckily, as you can see, the hallway ends here. So as soon as we fight the ninjas, it's the final mini boss time, and then we go fight Mr. X. And we fight the bitches next. My god, they're a pain in the ass, but they weren't as bad as Hercules. Not even close. We at least stood a chance against these bitches. So as soon as we fight the ninjas here, he'll go ahead and explain the bitches fight and our strategy on that. But first, random guys with guns show up. But anyway.
These guys, they're really just a pain in the ass. They show up, you want to close the gap the best you can without getting shot to shit. Granted, I got shot to shit, and unfortunately, when you do close the gap, guess what? Those bastards can throw you across the map like your freaking turtle enemies and what have you. But, you know, guess what you earn by fighting them and killing them? Yeah, you earn the right to fight the ninja women. Oh, guess what? They show up, and we don't have specials because we're indoors. So the best we can do is try and defend ourselves with a lot of kicks to the face. I get thrown a lot, Still don't have the timing down to get out of that. I know there is timing to get out of it, but the best we can do in the meantime, kick him in the face the best we can. Kick in the face, kick in the face, kick in the face. She jumps up, goes around, all of a sudden her teammates get kicked in the face. It's, you know, it's, you try to use whatever moves you know will work. So all of a sudden I'm kicking her in the dome, and I'm kicking her buddy in the dome, and we just go through, use whatever we can. All of a sudden one's down, we're like, hey, this is actually better than it was on the boat. So we try to double team the last one, you know, no innuendo intended, although I don't mind it. But, you know, we give her the rotisserie, and we head inside to the boss's room.
This is the last stage of Streets of Rage, and as you can see, I have zero lives with barely little health, and he asks us the all-important question, which you will see right here. Oh, walk over forward to walk back. Well, you found your way here. Would you consider becoming our personal bodyguard? Now, if we both say no, we fight him. If we both say yes, we get sent back to Mission 6, the Grinders. You really want to die, don't you? I'll be happy to oblige. And if we disagree on our decisions, he makes us fight each other. But this is our final boss battle. I iron up and get shot and have to use a continue right away. You want to talk about irony? That's what that is right there. But all in all, the Mr. X fight, surprisingly easier than we thought it would be. Better than the Hercules in the mini-boss section, better than the Fire Breathers, better than the bitches. The reason behind that is, he doesn't have a lot of defense. You could just run up and kick him, use a special on him, and he actually gets hurt. Like, there's no main thing you have to worry about. Like, he was taunting us there, and he ran up and hit him in the face. Like, that went pretty easily, right? You don't have to worry about not being able to suplex him due to his weight, or not being able to get a certain way because of his elemental ability. Like, no, you can just run up and hit him, and he'll get hurt because he's just a normal dude like you and me, except he's got a giant gun. So I run up and give him a special combo when he gets hurt, and I run up and headbutt him when he gets hurt, and he's already down to 1 health, and I've only lost the initial life that I had lost originally, and I combo him and he loses half his health again. Like, this is going a lot better than all the other boss battles were. And I get a headbutt from my troubles and die, but all in all, easy fight against Mr. X, and sure enough, there you go. Boosh with a special. Sit down. Good night, Irene. Mr. X is done. Streets of Rage 1 plot is done. Stage 8 is clear. You get a whole bunch of points for finishing, even though it doesn't matter. A whole bunch of lives that don't matter. And get some stars. And that is it for the Streets of Rage run through on Streets of Rage Remake. So we get our credits here, Streets of Rage Remake, and here's our staff credits. So all in all, this run through of Streets of Rage Remake was pretty fun in my opinion. I'm glad they decided to include some cutscene. I didn't like the challenge on the mini-bosses, but that's something that they didn't really change from the original. You can see all the game designers and programmers that had a say in this, as well as the guys who included the newer custom soundtracks for the special levels. But yeah, again, all in all, overall I had a good time playing this. I'm glad after 8 years they finally came out with a decent enough remake. You know, rather than, you know, coming out 4 years with a shitty remake. I'm glad they took the time, made sure they did it right. Great tribute to the original. Kind of makes me want to play through the original again and see what they changed, but all in all, I had fun.
It's a really good remake. The fact that you can play through, you can choose to play through the original storyline like we did. You can play through 2, you can play through 3, or you can play through any combination of them. Like back when the boat level came up, we could have chosen to go through a different level, which wasn't in the original. The fact that they managed to throw all of them together, update the original characters to have abilities that they didn't have in the first one, it's all, you know, really good additions, and they did a really good job and a good follow-through on it.
So they give special thanks to Sega and Ancient for the original games, they got the original soundtracks, and the Phoenix team for the project, and us for playing the game. So, pretty awesome. Like I said, I enjoyed the remake, he enjoyed the remake. If there's enough demand, there'll probably be run-throughs of the other different 7 endings. And again, Streets of Rage Remake, 8 years in development, 2003 to 2011. At the end of the mission, the final one, we determine, okay, There's a store you can shop in, like I mentioned before. We earned a bunch of cash, totaling up like $23,760 for beating the game on easy. Yeah, we beat an easy deal with it. And we get our final screens of rage, how we beat each mini-boss going throughout. So you can see the random kicks, the random punches, and random specials we used against them. We'll probably check the store out after this and determine what we can buy for next time. Maybe we'll unlock some new characters to show you, or whatever the case may be. But it seems like the developers who made Streets of Rage Remake made it so there's a whole lot of replay value, and that's exactly what we're hoping for. So if you want to see more Streets of Rage Remake replay, let me know. We'll definitely do that in the near future on Wednesday nights. And there's our final boss kill. So I want to thank you guys for watching. My name is HJ. With me is Mr. Father Coruscante, taking 8th and 9th on the leaderboard. And we will see you next time on Let's Play Streets of Rage.